Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Caution, Mr. 700. I represent All Over Media, All Over Overall LLC. And I'm in here with a couple of illustrious guests tonight. This is Life Behind Bars, as you know. It's all over. It's your boy in here, Dolo, again. Shout out to my co-host, Rati, wherever in the country that man is, whatever he may be doing. But we in here with the Black Market Movement, man. I got my man Mike Mitch in the building.
Yes, sir.
Bombs on that, man. We're gonna talk about how I know Mike Mitch in a little bit. But then we got another individual in the building, a Dallas native, Pleasant Grove, right?
Yeah.
Pleasant Grove native, MC extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying? Well known in the area for doing this thing across the board, man. If you ask about him out here, people are gonna tell you who he is and what his track record is. We got my guy Starr in the building. What's the deal, guy?
Hey, it's a blessing to be here, man.
And I appreciate you coming through, man.
Appreciate you having me.
You know, I like to have real artists in here. Of course, we got Ray Face on the camera as usual.
Hey.
Mark McCray on the sound. Podcast Suites as usual, man. The usual location as well. Shout out to everybody involved in the production of this. So we get right into it, man. Y'all fellas doing all right tonight?
Man, no complaining, man.
Got you in. Y'all got the blue and the red going on in here. Well, coordinated, represent both sides.
Oh, man,
I see the jackets too. Like I ain't gonna overlook that at all. Like I see the jackets all right.
Hey, man, my plan,
my
plan was to bless the game, man. I got you though.
Come on, man. You know how we rock.
For sure.
We're gonna get to it, man. I was just telling you about what I got for you. I gotta get your size, man. Cause we'll talk about it. I got you. But yeah, man, just another life behind bars. I think a lot of times when people hear about this, they think like people come on here to talk about their music and what they got coming out, and like, yes, in a certain sense, it's like that. But like, I like to talk to artists who have like a specific type of music that makes real music, so we can talk about the behind the scenes and what went into, the motivation behind certain projects and like what really inspires an individual outside of the generic shit that niggas usually say. So,
facts.
But I know as far as Mike though, like just kind of a little backstory for me and Mike. Like Mike was the first individual I ever let like manage me as an artist. Like I had never had a manager before. You know what I'm saying? And so like the Jazzy management thing, shout out to Jazzy management.
Yeah, shout out to Jazzy.
Man. Shout out to that man. Like that was like my first foray into all of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like I learned a lot from them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned a lot from y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I learned a lot from you too.
Real talk. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So, how's all that going for you now, man? And like,
man, it's different. You feel me? But it has expanded. You know what I mean? And the vision has become bigger, greater. Jazzy's still involved.
Definitely.
So it's a beautiful thing now. So Starr we've been working together for the past 6 years now, 7 years. 7. And and every year we get bigger and better. We get closer. It's bigger than music. Life behind bars. This is our life outside of the studio was. It's my brother for real.
Real talk. Yeah. You can see that though from like social media and shit like that. Like it's a close knit unit. You know what I'm saying? From everything that y'all got going, man. So how would you describe working with Mike, man? What would you say, man? Is it all roses? Is he behind the scenes? He go hard. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's my brother.
Right.
Like it ain't no different from having a blood brother in the house.
Nice.
It's always gonna be love behind whatever's there. Mm-hmm. So whatever, it's never gonna be no ill intentions, no ill intent behind it. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be love. So no matter if we have a spat, it's gonna be love behind it. No matter if we have a disagreement, it's gonna be love behind it. So yeah, that's my brother though.
So how do you all feel about the narrative now that like the manager role is obsolete? Like a lot of people don't feel like you need a manager no more.
Me personally,
that's the gripe.
Yeah, I mean, can't nobody do it alone. No. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really the bottom line. The bigger you get, the more help you're gonna need. We just took a different approach, and we in this together. You know what I mean? Right. So it's not like I'm his manager. He's my artist. We're business partners.
It's a partnership.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
Has to be that way.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we work well together, man. You see, got Mike Teague in the building, man. We all
shout out to Mike Teague.
We all just kind of, like you said, we are close knit, bro, and we take this thing serious. You feel me? And it's bigger than music.
And I think for an artist, it's like one of like the main forms of an entrepreneur when you're pursuing something and that's your goal, right? So a lot of artists go into these situations with managers and they feel like that person should take on every responsibility for them
and pay for everything.
Exactly, and it doesn't work like that. Like you're investing in yourself, and like that's the part of it that I think a lot of artists skip. So
they think the manager. They think the artist works for the manager. The manager works for the artist, so the artist be paying the manager, not the other way around.
Yes, technically.
Technically. That's how the game's supposed to go.
15%. What Drake say? I'd rather get that 15% to somebody I fuck with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It make more sense.
It makes more sense that way.
Oh man, but what's on the, like, speaking of the clothing, since we already talked about it, man, give me some information about the clothing and like what's the inspiration behind that? Like how's that moving? Like what's the difference in the pushing the clothes as opposed to the music?
Well, we got the the end all be all, the brain behind the clothes, Mike Teague behind us, man.
I'm Mike Teague, originally from Oklahoma. I do represent Black Market well though. It is family, like Starr say, and these my brothers, man. Like some love. Like I'm 36 years of age, and you didn't get this on the home turf. You know what I'm saying? You got jealousy from your home turf at times, and like my guy from Cali, the guy right here, home soil, right here from the Grove. You know what I'm saying? And Starr K, dude, he is the face of the market, but he'll never tell you that. You know what I'm saying? He'll never let you know that, but we do support him 100%, and everything we move is accordingly on one beat. But I am, you know what I'm saying, Black Market Mike Teague, and I do represent Black Market Clothing, and it was just a dream we all had, man. And I went home one weekend, me, Mike, you know what I'm saying, and the team, we all went in, bro. It's just real life stories. I went in on our last dimes and crumbs and shot the bread out, you know what I'm saying? And
so was the clothing inspired by like the music and like the movement that y'all already had in place?
Exactly, you know exactly. And then it was just, it's all history from there.
Makes it a real thing too, because you're not just putting something out and say, put a name on the t-shirt.
Right.
Like, this is what we're going with.
When we, you know what I'm saying? It was basically when we first came with the, you know what I'm saying, the classic all black joint with the vintage look, you know what I mean? And that's what we labeled that shirt. But then once, you know what I'm saying, once we went to the kitchen with it, you know what I'm saying, and started cooking it up ourselves, and it was crazy when you just started marketing yourself and taking colors and flipping them and just selling them. And then, like I say, I went out to Oklahoma, we launched the brand, and then that's when it went from there. Then we went to Cali. We launched out Cali Love. You know what I'm saying? I got
one of them. I got the Cali Love joint, and I think I got the Black Dollar joint.
Yeah, Black Dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that shit is love.
You got the Grove. You got the North. You got I did my joint. You know what I'm saying? The Love is Real.
Nice.
You got Mr. You Hear Me. You know what I'm saying? The Love is Real, and that's where it all campaigned from. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody watching. But you know, the Black Market is a movement, and it's a family, and we just moving accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Some just got to sit back. And one thing I can tell the people, like, rest in peace to the great, you know what I'm saying, Nip Hustle, you know what I'm saying? It's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? You got to just take it. You got to, once you realize about life, when you become humble, and man, I'm telling you, I get goosebumps thinking about it, because you try to rush and push stuff into possession, and you'll wonder why it ain't going to never work right. But then when you sit back and just God the vehicle, you know what I'm saying? My brother Black Market Starr, the one really woke me up, because, man, I prayed for patience, and he took everything from me. And I didn't wonder. I didn't understand why, but now, you know what I'm saying, right here today, just got to raise at work today. Been back 4 months to something I love to do, and it's just up for Black Market, you know what I'm saying? Thank God for everything they doing for us.
It's an outlook to have, man, as a team especially, and it's always dope to have individuals that have their own area of expertise. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that way it gives you a little less stress on yourself as an artist, as a manager, as a businessman. You know, everybody got shit that they doing and contribute to the cause. So
everybody got a role.
Shout out to you, my brother, for that, because I know that shit ain't easy. You know, we do it on a minor scale.
Yeah.
And it's still a headache to kind of get everything in order, to make sure you're getting your bread right, to, you know, having a quality fucking product. Man. Like, fuck everything else. Like, even if nobody buys it. If it's a quality product, I feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. So, you know, shout out to y'all for that, man, and representing it the right way. And, you know, anything y'all need from us on that front, you know, if you got it, we'll wear it. Shit, I buy it. You know, I don't care about none of that shit, man. I just want to see niggas win. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So, definitely want to talk about some of the projects, man. Definitely want to get in some of the music because, like, not only am I like an advocate of hip hop, but like I fuck with your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Appreciate
you know, from a distance though, because I, you know, not knowing you personally,
right?
You know how sometimes you just get a kind of overview of a nigga from what you see, like, you know, the public perception,
right?
And then, you know, I trust in your taste in music, so if you pumping it, I know, like, it got to be some shit. So that's how I initially got into it. Right. What would you say is your favorite project?
Man, I would say Welcome to Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to that one too.
Yeah, on me.
Shout out to that one, man.
Yeah.
Favorite joint on there?
Man, I don't know. Like you know, a lot of people. I can't believe I picked a favorite album project. I'm gonna say project. Man, it's like kids, right? You don't never want to say, you know, hey, I love this kid more than I love that one. You know what I'm saying? I put blood, sweat, and tears in each and every one of them, so I respect them the same.
Right.
You know, so you know, that's kind of hard.
And I think Welcome to Dallas is the first.
That's the first major.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you put a lot into that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, with most artists, like they first shit was like a 4 to 5 year culmination sometimes of like shit that you wanted to put together. You may have had a project you put together and it wasn't it, but it was 2 songs off of that. You may have kept those and went back to the drawing board.
Right.
What would you say you've learned since this project up until now? Like what has the game taught you the most?
Maturity, man. Pretty much, you know, just maturity, man. It's about growth, elevation.
Right.
You know, when I first came out, it was more about, you know, hey, this is where I'm from, this is what I do, this is what I'm capable of. Now it's more so of flourishing, right? It's about black market. It's about leading the people, not only black market. I made a post, Mitch made a post earlier about us coming on. And I took the Grove around the world. You know what I'm saying? Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? That's my whole goal. I want to take Pleasant Grove around the world, right? I want to take Tulsa, Oklahoma around the world. I want to take California around the world. I want to take Arkansas, Atlanta around the world. So when I do it, I don't just do it for me. It's bigger than me. It's always been bigger than me. And it's going to continue to be bigger than me.
Oh. Yeah, I think, you know, to have that as the mission, it breaks some of the barriers that trap local artists.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people get caught up in trying to be the best rapper in your city. Or I want to be better than every nigga out here moving around, when like the importance of that is very shallow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be trying to push your shit to everybody, everywhere. As far in every fucking crevice of the world that you can, because it's so many people out here that's into hip hop for one. And then the people that just buy into culture as it is in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, just buy into the hip, even if they don't listen to all the music, even if they don't rock with your music, if they know you an artist, they can see it, they'll rock with you. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about, speaking of locally, how do y'all feel about the culture in Dallas as far as hip hop is concerned?
I love my city though.
Okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that though. Let's
Yeah, I love my city, man. You know, anybody that's pushing a passion, I'm all for it.
Right.
Anybody that's pushing a craft, I'm all for it. Anybody that's for the culture, I'm all for it. You know, I'm home team. Period. You know what I mean? But I'm not home confined. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's about taking Dallas around the world, right? One thing that I love about my brother here from California, right? Before I knew anything about him, like, we connected on the Nip tip, right? One thing Nip did was he took not LA, you know, everybody knew about California, right? Even if you never been, you always grew up, like, I always grew up like, man, damn, I gotta go to Cali. Like, that was like, you know, but he took Crenshaw around the world. Like, he made Crenshaw bigger than what it was, right? I can go outside right now and see somebody in a Crenshaw t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
That has never been to Crenshaw. But you wouldn't tell that, right? Because of his vision, because of the ambition that he had behind his brand, right? So that's the same thing. Like, if Dallas is moving in a positive direction, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? And I love my city so much, man. I give it my last breath.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think it's evolving. Like I had some people on, and that was one of the things that it came up. Like, the city is changing. That was one of the words used. Growing was another word used that I've had an individual use. How you feel about it, Mike?
I think it is definitely growing. I think it's definitely changing. I ain't gonna say it's changing. I think just the different style of the forte now is just the real music is coming to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think they always had them artists here. Starr K been here.
Right.
Frost 2 and 4 been here. You know what I'm saying? Different people, they been here doing their thing. They never changed. It's just what's popular has changed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I first got here, man, what can I say? It was like, your Big Tucks, you know what I'm saying? Different people. Then it just changed, you know what I'm saying? And then, it just changed. But I think it's a good thing. Change is always good.
Right. It's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
Interesting dynamic. I find it interesting when I ask everybody to come in, because typically most of my guests right now, the first season of Life Behind Bars is specifically dedicated to the DFW. You see what I'm saying? Like, we get inquiries from people across the nation now about, like, can they come on the show? Yeah. I've had people from California, from New York, from fucking Utah, like producers, artists, and it's just like, yeah, that's cool, but like right now, this is what it is.
This is what you're doing.
For one, it's a ton of fucking talent out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and not only just talent, but like untapped talent, to where like people know about you, but they don't fucking know you. You know what I'm saying? Really, really know you to get across what they're trying to get across. And so, I always find it interesting when I ask the artists from Dallas what they think about Dallas, like the scene, because it's always kind of like the same sentiment. Like, I love the fucking city. I love where I'm from.
Yeah.
But they all have different things where they just like, man, but, you know what I'm saying? There's always that. But I know it's like that everywhere you go. You see what I'm saying? So I know it's just one of those things to where if you can make it better, if you can change one thing about the scene, what would it be type shit? You know what I mean? That's an interesting dynamic, though. I find that interesting, especially the Nipsey Hussle point. You know what I mean? Because then you don't really necessarily even worry about the scene. So I think that's interesting.
That's true.
Another question, as far as that go, like, how did that affect y'all? Like, I know it's been a while, but like even up until this point, how did that affect y'all and how y'all moved as far as the music and shit goes?
Man, we learned a lot from All Money In.
Right.
You feel me? We learned our whole blueprint is almost like, I ain't gonna say the whole thing, but yeah, we was inspired by what Nip was doing. You feel me? So yeah, we took that hard. I was in LA, you know what I'm saying, when he got murdered. Wow. So yeah, that hit on another level. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It hit on another level. You feel me? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying, got done politic with the man in November. You know what I'm saying? Then he lose his life on March. You feel me? Like,
that shit is wild.
Yeah, it's a cold game. You know what I mean? So to this day, you feel me?
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I was in shock. But to this day, it's still.
You think it hit you harder because you from?
Everything that his trials and tribulations to get him to where he was today. At that time, man, it was, he you know where he came from.
It was rough.
You feel me?
That shit was rough. Like,
you feel me?
I remember in 2013 walking around with a Crenshaw shirt that I got for $30 off the website because nobody was really getting them back then, and niggas had no clue who this nigga was. Like, and to see what it gravitated to and who he turned into as an artist is just, And if you a fan of Nip, you know that the Marathon, the album, was like the culmination of everything he was doing. He was working on that album for like fucking 10 years. Like, he talked about it every fucking project.
It was Detox that finally came out.
To get there, and then the nigga passed away, bro. It was like, oh, y'all took all the gas out of it.
Come on.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
and that's real.
Come on. So even when I heard about them, the post-human shit and the music they got for him now that they talking about they're gonna drop, like, I'm gonna listen to it. Yeah. But the vibe is different. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I do notice a lot of similarities in what you all do. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, even in the music, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's just kind of one of those things subconsciously that you do because it's just who you are and you relate to that type of sound or whatever the case may be, but I can definitely see the correlations, man. Like, especially with the clothing and incorporating all that. Listen, man, that clothing shit sells. Shout out to y'all for that. That's not bullshit. Like, if you pricing your shit right, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna make a profit. Like, gonna make a profit. You know what I'm saying? If you price it right and you can market it the right way, like, people, they really reach out to you, man. So that's dope that y'all got that going, man. So what's on the horizon, man? What's on the horizon for the movement? Like, what y'all got coming?
Man, Pleasant Grove. Yeah.
That's the next project?
Yeah.
EP, LP?
Man, just a project.
Okay.
No, I don't want to put a label on it or a title on it right now. You know what I mean? It's just a project right now, man. It's we going all in on it.
Okay.
To say the least. Yeah, we going all in on it, man. I feel good about this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Production looking like the same team, or you got some?
We ventured out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we ventured out a little bit. We got the core people that always, hey, Starr, I got you.
Yeah.
We got some people that stepped up and said, hey, you know what, Starr? I see you.
Right.
I need a piece of that.
Okay.
So, we collab, we reach back out.
And we still open.
Yeah, we still open.
Yeah.
Right.
Producers out there looking for, want to work. We open.
What does it take? You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to submit music to y'all, like, is there a certain sound you looking for? Is it just have your 10,000 hours in already type shit?
Look, a funny story, man. Like he'll tell you, like, he'll send something over. He be like, man, I don't like this shit. And I'll send something back. He be like, nigga, where the fuck did that come from?
Right.
I didn't like this. I didn't like the, we done had some stuff where the beats didn't. I'm not gonna say they were bad beats. It was just like the vibe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When I hear stuff, I hear from a different. I'm not the creative. You know what I'm saying? So I hear from like a consumer standpoint.
From just a natural listener. Right?
Yeah. So I had to learn the hard way. Like, just send over everything.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he can do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I know I took we were listening to Chris Brown one day. He took the vocals off, and we was like, it's trash. This beat weak. Like, but then he's the talent. He made that mud bigger than what it. You know what I'm saying? What it could have been.
And then an artist is always good with a skeleton. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as an artist, I've always been good with a fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
Like, give me what your general idea was, and then you can build around it type shit. Like, that's the essence of what hip hop is. If you really, really dig to like the crevices of it and get down to the meat and bone. So that's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah. Any specific time frame you looking at putting that out, or you just kind of doing it when you feel it?
Man, we actually going to Vegas at the end of this month.
Okay.
So we got a studio session out in Vegas. We got a couple producers out in Vegas that we go work with.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say like July, August. But I don't want to put a stamp on it.
Right.
I just want to make sure it's right.
Okay. Shout out to Vegas. Shout out to all my niggas in Vegas, man. Shout out
what
to
you
everybody
finna say,
out there.
Man? Working on deadlines. You feel me? Working on deadlines.
It's important.
Yeah, but at the same time, we let the music do what it do. You know what I mean? And let them create, and we just gonna keep working, just consistently working though. Like, you know what I mean? Like without ceasing. You feel me? So that's what we on right now.
Makes sense, man. Makes sense. I'm definitely excited to hear about it, man. I'm always for music. I'm always for seeing black people win, and I try to make sure that that's the message in general. You know what I mean? Like, fuck if it's music, fuck if it's sports, fuck if it's finances, fuck if it's, tech, whatever you into. Like, I want to see us win, because the struggle it was made for us in general. Like, and so if we win in any capacity, it's one for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a rapper, if it's a business, if it's an entrepreneur, it's just opening a way for another one of us to follow in those, in that same path. So, I want y'all niggas to win with this shit, man. I want to see y'all niggas getting everything y'all deserve.
Likewise,
right
man. Y'all got a hell of a platform.
Man.
Man, we just trying to,
Hey, man, it's all over, man.
We trying to give niggas a look, man. Like, as an artist, I know how tough it is to get a platform to get on where it sounds good and it looks good, and you get to, enunciate yourself, and people get to know you. Like, a lot of shit I used to do as a rapper, like, when I look back on it now, I'm like, oh, fuck, what am I doing? Like, what kind of shit, what was I doing in the studio letting a nigga interview me in the dark with this bullshit camera and no microphone? Like, I couldn't even hear myself. Like, so, those type of experiences led me to this. And, like, once I found out, like, I used to think this shit was like rocket science. Like, how the fuck y'all niggas get a studio? How y'all recording that? Why does it look like it look? But, once I started to pick it apart, it was like, oh, this is it. You see what I'm saying? And so I want to make sure I get the individuals on here that deserve this type of look, because I know it's a lot of people out there watching, man. Like, you'd be surprised.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, anytime y'all niggas want to
come. That's progression, bro. Feel me? Like,
that's what the game is about, right?
I know when I back in the day, I used to rap. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Man,
that's
bars.
Back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But looking for a studio, that was like we was in Yellow Pages,
bro.
Looking for studios. You know what I'm saying? Like when I found somebody, bro. I remember this dude named Zabo. You know what I'm saying, from Watts, and he first person like invited me to his studio. I'm like, you got a studio?
Like a real one?
A real studio? At your house? Bro, like you must be, man, it was mind blowing because all the ones I went to was in Canoga Park, Hollywood, Burbank, and they was like,
listen, man, you better
than me. It was forbidden.
Look, my first recording experiences was in Soundwave's living room. You know, that nigga lived across the canal from Compton High. Like, you know, you get on the other side of the canal right there. He lived right in Sunny Cove right there, right? So we used to leave school and go to his house. He'd be making beats on Music Generator. And, you know, this is a multi-platinum producer now, you know what I'm saying? But back then, we was recording on his mama's computer in her living room with the little mic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So from that time up until I moved to Texas in like 2004, nigga, I'd never seen a professional recording studio until I got to Texas. Like, shout out to my nigga at Next Level in Irvin, you know what I'm saying, looking out for me. But them niggas, that was like the first studio I'd been in. So, you know, I used to go in that bitch with 8 songs, nigga. I'm finna do all 8 before I leave. I got 4 hours. I'm doing 2 songs an hour until I learn how to get this shit down. Like, so, you know, I understand, bro. Like, it's,
so now
it's
look
different.
where we are now,
bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. This shit is
everybody got a studio in their home now.
Real talk. or know how to get to one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, you know
access, somebody who doing it.
For real,
you
man.
know, that's another part of the game we took over. You know what I'm saying? Or put our faces in more engineering. You know, a lot of times it was the, you know, the mothers, you know what I'm saying, behind the mixing boards.
It was always the white people behind the boards.
Jews back, you know what I'm saying, back there getting
that's
all the money.
It was.
You know what I mean? So now we taking the ear too. So shout out to all the producers, our engineers and all the ones out here in the DFW doing their thing and making a name for themselves.
Real talk, man. Get that bread however you can get it, my brother. Shout out to all of them, man. Shout out to we had who Mousequake on. That's my guy, man. I fuck with Mousequake.
That's our OG in the city.
You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the people I talk to on the regular. Like, just hit you up and, hey, check this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you about what happened today in my day, nigga. Watch out for this type shit. So shout out to that, man. I meant to ask, is there any other artists on with Black Market? No? Okay.
No.
Ray LaFleur.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ray LaFleur. He's a
visual painter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Artiste.
But just as far as like no other musical acts.
Nah. Okay. We're not opposed to it either, but
just
right now,
the focus. Keep the focus where it is. I ain't mad at that shit. Any performances coming up? Anything like that?
Man, so for the Pleasant Grove, man, we got something major in mind. I don't want to give it away right now, but it's something major in mind. It haven't been done yet. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This, what we about to do ain't been done yet. So, Pleasant Grove, man, crazy, and you know, I want to extend out invitation to all over, man, for y'all to be in the building. It's like we can only have like 20 people, 20 or 30 people in. 20 or 30 people in the building. So, you know, we want to extend out that invitation to y'all, man. So, you know.
Oh, man, shit, just give me the date.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Listen, we going to show up.
Come on, it's going to be a good time.
That's not one thing we going to do. We going to show up, man. Like, for real. That's the key to how we get to where we get to is the networking.
Yeah, you feel me? You got to show up.
Being there when the people need you. Sometimes your presence is all you need. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to y'all, man, for coming through. I didn't, you know, and this is a question that I ask all rappers, man, you know what I'm saying? And I always give the opportunity to before we get out, you know what I'm saying? Is there any chance that you want to spit some bars, my brother?
Man.
It's up to you, you know what I'm saying?
We can see what we got.
All right, what we'll do is we'll take a quick pause.
Okay.
And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's all over.
What up, Caution? I see you. All right. Look. Nights like these, a nigga cruising through these city lights, slow-mo. Had to pour a photo, riding with Charlie Moto. He was just conversing about the worst, like, shit ain't been the same since Hawata put in that hearse, like, shit ain't been the same since they put my bro in the dirt. I wanted to take that semi, load that bitch and let it squirt. Look, I was not prepared to see my partner on the shirt. Live life, but I can't smile, fuck a trial, I want the worst. Look, at an early age, I saw my people fall for greed. Tell them niggas stay in school, cause this shit ain't what it seemed like. Red rag hanging out my pocket, I'm from Groveside, where niggas grab that pump and let it dump and leave your toes tied. Shit ain't been the same, that's why all we know is pain. If we destined for the chain, what the fuck are we to change? Look, you can keep it rolling though. Come on. Look, in the valley of hyenas, I gotta eat with it. Niggas ain't nothing if they ain't street with it. At least that's what they told us as the youth. Yeah. With stones in our pocket. Nigga, I'm the truth. Rolling down the street, cruising in that coupe. Drop top Serene. Nigga, I'm the truth.